7 in all, and today I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how we're doing our morning basket right now in our homeschool this fall 2021, and I'll be showing you the resources that we're using. Now, if you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I am a homeschooling mom of very young kids, but I'm also a homeschool graduate myself, and I like to help out with my mom's current ongoing homeschool. I've got two sisters that are still in school, a little bit of an age gap right there. But we have a lot of fun as a multi-generational homeschool family together. You can subscribe to this channel down below, and you can also click the bell thing so that you can get notified for more videos. I usually post about 2 videos a week, and that's what I'm trying to stick to for schedule right now. But let's get started. I'll share with you what we're doing for morning basket. Now, morning basket can definitely look a little bit different. It has often looked different depending on what stage of life our family is in. Sometimes a morning basket is actually kind of a pretty big part of your day. If you're doing a lot of family subjects, you might be using like some of your core curriculum during your morning basket time with all of your kids gathered together. Right now, that's not something that is particularly that would work very well for our current season. Between my kids and my youngest sisters, we have a very big range. We have 10th grade down to a toddler right now, and some really big gaps in between, which would be expected when you're kind of combining 2 generations in your homeschool day. But my this morning basket is what I'm doing only with my youngest sister right now. So it's just time to read with her, read a couple of good books. So this isn't necessarily any specific subject that's filling in any specific requirement. These are just good books I wanted to read with her, a chance to read with her every day and have discussions on good topics, learn things that aren't necessarily going to be included in any of her official subjects. So our morning time routine is I usually go over to their house at around 11 every morning, and I spend about half an hour on this with her. Now, what happens to my toddler and preschooler during that time is my older younger sister, the high school age student, will watch my boys while I just take this time. I get to play with her little nephews while I take this time to read with my youngest sister. So that's our perhaps strange routine because we've got 2 families going on here. But we love the quality time it offers. I love the opportunity to talk about big topics with her and build our relationship even more. So this is what we're using right now. First of all, it's kind of hard to get this pink cover here, but Amazing Grace, Hymns for Him. So this is a hymn study of just Amazing Grace. So this one actually goes pretty in depth into Amazing Grace. We'll be spending 23 lessons on learning Amazing Grace deeply and well. This is actually from my family's little homeschool curriculum company. Where'd you learn that? So I will link to the website, our website down below, where you can purchase this. This is $3.99 for this Amazing Grace study. We also have a free hymn study on 3 nature hymns in the freebies section of our website. And we have several other song studies. We have a U.S. song study, and pretty soon we're going to be having Star Spangled Banner coming out. So if you're looking for not just singing songs, but singing them and also getting a little bit more in-depth, but in a short, easy lesson kind of way, I recommend this. My mom actually wrote these. I was not the main writer on this curriculum, but did have input putting into it, and now I'm getting to go through it with my sister. So we just sing Amazing Grace, have a really short discussion every day, or some days there's a little student page that she can fill out, which I might just hand her, and then she'll do that during her independent work time. But yeah, we're learning Amazing Grace right now with this, and I mean, it's a very good hymn. It's a very well-known hymn for a good reason. Then we're going through Theology by Marty Machowski. We are still in the first section, the Theology of God. So we've been learning about characteristics, theology of God, characteristics of God. God is eternal. God is 3 in 1. God created everything out of nothing. So there's different sections. We just typically read through a lesson in this each day and talk about it a little bit. So this is a very good kind of intro book to kind of fundamental tenets of theology for children. And I will link to all the rest of these books and where I found them down below as well. Then, after theology, I always do things in the same order. Do you do that? You mix up the order, or you always do it in the same order? After that, I do read from Everyday Graces, A Child's Book of Good Manners. Now, what this book reminds me the most of is a book I've talked about before, which is A Child's Book of Virtues. Yeah, you know that really famous A Child's Book of Virtues, or that's what it's called, right? The Book of Virtues. That's what it is, the Book of Virtues. I've read it many times and I'm blanking on the title. But it's a little bit different because this one is more manners focused and the other one is more virtues focused. But it's the same kind of concept of there are just like little poems or maybe a passage from a longer story or perhaps just a short story itself. And they're kind of organized by different themes of different manners, different concepts in living well with other people, treating other people well. So it begins with good manners at home, honor your father and mother, helping out at home, loving your family. Then we have using words wisely, so the basic politeness words, please and thank you, taming the tongue, telling the truth. We have table manners section, about being considerate at the table, appreciating what you're served, setting the table. We have a section on appreciating people with disabilities, caring for the elderly, befriending the sick, manners for going to other people's homes, visiting other people's homes, seeing the good in people, celebrating your friends' successes. So these are all very practical concepts that I think a lot of kids definitely need to have just discussions on. Think about how do you act? What values are represented by your actions in these certain situations? So it's a great conversation starter. It's just got short readings. So here's a poem. Here's an Aesop's fable. This is in the table manners section. Now over here we have a chapter from Pinocchio, which is targeted toward a certain area of manners. But I'm really enjoying this. I think, we've read through the Book of Virtues several times, so I'm kind of enjoying that it's just a different selection of things and slightly different angles than the courage and diligence and those virtues that are focused on in that book. And I think that these are really cool topics, that taking care of the elderly, taking care of the sick. There's working hard. We have good sportsmanship, behavior at churches and weddings and funerals. There's a lot in this. I'm really excited about this, and we've been enjoying it so far. Then, and I showed this in a recent haul, we are reading Among the Forest People, and I'm really enjoying this. I usually take the time to pull up a picture of the exact animal that the story is featuring when we do this, just because she's never lived in a temperate forest climate kind of area before. So a lot of these animals are a little bit unfamiliar. I mean, here we see monkeys. She's recently saw a wild boar when she was on a walk with my dad, but we don't so much see owls and these types of animals in our everyday life. So sometimes we pull up pictures to kind of make it seem a little bit more real, do a little bit more learning. And those are just short stories. Then we're reading through Honest History, a page or two in a day. This is one of their issues that's focused on the history of espionage. And I think this is definitely her favorite, just because it's fun. It's definitely lighter than the everyday manners, that you start talking about heavy behavior stuff, consideration of other people, but then this is talking about spies throughout history, and so we've been enjoying that. We're several stories through, but this will probably be the first one we finish because it's fairly short, and then I'll probably just do a different issue of Honest History. So that's it. That's our morning basket routine. I've just got the hymn study and then 4 books with just little short sections that we read through, and it takes us about a half an hour each day. All right. If you enjoyed this video and if you'd like to hear like next time when we finish these and are doing a different morning basket routine, let me know if you appreciate or find it useful to hear what other people are doing in their morning baskets. All right. I will see you next time. Bye.